In tandem with that question about power tools and the most common power tool, what about the most common hand tool? That's going to vary from person to person, I think, from contractor to contractor. But, you know, like in woodworking, in, you know, carpentry, contracting, handyman, I think there would be, you could draw some consistencies there. Not if you're an electrician, not if you're a plumber, not if you're HVAC. But I think we can draw some consistencies. And I'm going to say at least the common answer might be the screwdriver, utility knife, well, old school hammer, and because it really is a tool, maybe even the pencil surpasses all of those. Could it be the tape measure in concert with the pencil? Are these the most commonly used tools above the hammer and the screwdriver? Good questions. If I had to think about seriously the most common hand tool that I'm using, I would have to say measuring tape and a pencil are going to by far outmatch anything else that I have. After that, it's probably going to be a screwdriver and a utility knife. Hammer, I don't drive as many nails as I used to because I have all kinds of power tools to do it for me. So I'm, you know, this is with me on every job, but does it actually get pulled and used for anything but demo these days? And maybe not as much. That's a really good question as far as hand tools, because it's gonna vary so much for what you do. Because you know, if you're the newly hired kid on the job site and during demo, you're simply tasked with sitting outside with the pile of demoed lumber and you're pulling all the nails from it. Then maybe a set of bullnose or a set of channel locks and you're pulling all the nails. That may be your most commonly used tool for a long time until you kind of graduate to be able to do something else that they'll trust you with on your crew. But for me, yeah, I would say tape measure, pencil. And then after that, you know, then it becomes a little bit more diverse as far as how often, and it'll become specific to the job, certainly. And this is only because I am over 50 years old. My eyesight is going. Glasses, cheater glasses, reading glasses, cheater glasses. I couldn't see the numbers on the tape measure to any degree of accuracy or precision without you typically wearing these things unless it's exactly like 1 inch. I can see that. Hey, let's make a theme out of this. Most common electrical. It may depend on the exact electrical you're talking about, but me doing residential construction, I'm going to say the most common tool in electrical has to be kind of a little bit of a toss-up. I can't point exactly one, but certainly a screwdriver, some kind of wire strippers, set of linesmen. These also have wire strippers and a crimp built in, and then some kind of electrical tester. So I have a couple of simple ones. This is a tick tester and an outlet tester with a GFI trip, and this is just a standard tester with long electrodes. And a multimeter, but again, multimeter is a little bit specialty at that point. Great for troubleshooting. But that would be, yeah, that's electrical more so than anything else. These, if I had to just grab some tools and dive into a quick job with some electrical, these would be the ones in my hand. As far as plumbing, I don't have a real firm answer on a plumbing tool that I use more than any other tool, because that's going to be specific to the job. Am I doing supply plumbing? Am I doing drain plumbing? Is it rough-in? Is it finish? What am I doing? That's going to dictate the tools. And you could say that about anything, really. But I'm going to have to say maybe something like either an adjustable wrench or channel locks, something like that. Those would be probably my go-to tools to take with me onto a job site, to tighten, to loosen, to whatever. I guess these would be it. And then after that, you're looking to be, you know, you're looking to cut pipe. Then after that, it's going to depend on exactly what you're trying to do and get done. But that would be for plumbing. I would say my two go-to tools would be those in whatever sizes. Man, that's a great question, you know, food for thought, because I just have all the tools around and I don't think about the ones I really rely on the most, because I rely on them all. But there are tools that I actually go to quite frequently, and there are other tools I know I have, like gutter crimping tools. Can't tell you last time I used them, but I have them, and you know, of course, when you need them, there's really not a substitute for that. So it's nice to have even those odd tools at that point, or a siding zipper where you zip the, you know, zip tool that takes the siding off. I like these questions. You know, they're pretty neat. They make me think, and I like that because it's things I don't think about. Having tools, I don't think about specifically the tools that I have because I simply know that I have a mental inventory, but I don't really necessarily keep track of the usage of them. I just know that I have them when I need them to use them. I don't think about how often I'm going to that particular tool. The only reason why I would actually is to make sure I have it placed in the trailer to where I can grab it quickly. It's not buried behind something or in a deep drawer way in the back, you know, underneath. It's going to be something, you know, if I'm going to it all the time, I want to make it very handy to have. Like for instance with these power tools, there is a very strong reason why right here is the impact driver and a drill behind it. Why right here I have a flashlight. Why right here are all of my battery charges. Why right here down here is where I would grab my laser tape from in my drawer. You know, I strategically have prime real estate where the often used tools really want to go because I'm grabbing them quickly and heading out, and I know that they're going to be used on practically every job. But other than that, I don't actually think about, you know, the fact that this is the most commonly used tool that I have in this trailer. As far as on every job, I think this comes with me. There may be a minor exception. On every job, this is going to be with me somewhere, whether it's in my truck under the seat or whether it's in my tool belt or in my back pocket. This is going to be with me, along with probably something like that. So neat to actually have to stop and think about it as opposed to just acknowledging that you have all this stuff. How about a tool that you bought that you thought you would use more and found that you're using it less? I am sure somewhere in this trailer are a couple of tools that I bought, you know, like a jig of some sort, like a Craig jig of some sort, not like for pocket screws, but maybe for something else, like a Craig jig for drilling shelf pin holes, something like that, where you could do like 6 at a time. I think I have that, and I bought it. It's lived in that drawer down there. I don't know as I've used it yet. Other than tools like that, which may at some point or another, you know, make the grade and become the tool of choice for 2 or 3 particular jobs. But one tool that I really am surprised at is a very common tool, and that is right here. The job site radio. I have had this for a long time, and I am surprised at the fact that I am surprised at how little I use this. And the reason for that is that I am rarely on new construction sites where it's just the crew. And if it is the crew and I'm the guy furnishing the radio, then this does come out. If I am working by myself, maybe this will come out, especially if I'm working around the house, just out in the yard, you know, when I put up my workbench, that I can get this out. But beyond that, I typically am working around clients. And because I'm working around clients, I may have this out and plugged in order to charge a battery. But beyond that, I learned a long time ago that the clients may not necessarily want to have ambient noise beyond the construction. They may not want to have my music blaring, or even in the background not blaring. And it's not like I'm listening to a bunch of death metal, you know, or anything like that, or hip hop or whatever. You know, it may be like light country or just classic rock and roll. I mean, nothing that's out there. But some clients, frankly, just don't like that, and I don't want to turn a client off. And so when I have people around that are clients, that radio is either off or it wasn't pulled out. If necessary, when I'm walking around by myself, I'll have my phone on, and I'll have just music coming out of the phone speaker loud enough to where I can hear it, because I don't wear earbuds on a job site. I have felt that that's a safety issue. If I'm working, not maybe by myself, that would be different. But if I'm working with others on a crew, I don't want to have earbuds in and blaring music in my ears and then not hear and not be cognizant of what's going on around me. Personal choice, not everyone feels that way, and that's okay. I just worry about me, and then that's all I can control. So that radio is not used as often as I thought it would be used. I thought that would be like, kind of like in the military. Coffee before practically anything. You pull into a site, communication, security, coffee. Those are the 3 things that you want to establish: communication, security, coffee. And the coffee sometimes is not prioritized number 3 on that list. So that radio, I thought I would use it more, but because of the situations I am in, not doing so much new construction, it's not used nearly as often as I thought. I'm not hesitating to use it, it's just there's not as many opportunities as I thought to use it. All right, time for me to get out of here. Y'all take care, have a great day because you deserve it. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. It's free to you and it really helps the channel grow. And if you want to know when I drop videos, ring that bell. You'll get notified, and then you can decide whether you want to watch it or not. Y'all take care, have a great one. Again, you deserve it. See you on the next video. Bye.